It is 11:34 p.m. on Wednesday, March 26th. Really got to start doing these at night again, but I have to do like a double in a day or something weird. I haven't really found the motivation to do one a little bit earlier than normal because this is getting kind of annoying, having to look at the time and pause the middle of the movie and do something, because I know once I get back to school I'll be doing it after everything happens. And I don't have anything to talk about right now. I mean, I'm watching Ghost in the Shell. I'm really just going through all that. And the only thing I can think I can talk about right now is something so weird, because it's weird to go from taxes, talking about 90s anime and why they're amazing, and I want to talk about shallots. It's just the only thing I can think of that is something worth talking about. But so for dinner today we had like pasta with red sauce, some like meat sauce, I guess. And then because I like to cook, and that's like kind of the things I enjoy doing. Half of the reason, well, there's like two kind of minor reasons other than being fun and creative and eating what I like to eat. But when I'm cooking, I get to control the portions. Not the portions, I get to control the seasoning, and I feel like I go a little bit more than what my parents do. And so I like getting it a little bit spicier, a little bit more garlicky, a little bit more whatever. And I have found that within this family, that if you do the dish, if you cook, you don't have to do the dishes. And cooking is so much easier than doing the dishes. So I like to cook, and then the rest of my family does the dishes. But today, I made a little, in heavy quotations, Italian salsa. I don't really know how to explain it better, but it's literally, I diced up a shallot, diced up 2 or 1.5 tomatoes, and like 3 cloves of garlic. Put some little bit of basil in there, some sliced up basil, and added a little lime juice. I would have rather added lime zest, but we had no limes, so I just used that bottle lime juice that my parents use for the cocktails. So, but that really got me thinking, there's like 2 things I well, 3 things I really dislike in food. The 2 that I really dislike based on taste, which is mayo and peppers. Peppers I really find sickly sweet. I don't understand why. Mayo is because I've had a really bad experience with potato salad back in the day, and it's kind of like trauma inducing to eat some mayo now. But then onions. But the really funny thing is that I really enjoy shallots, and I find that the shallots are very versatile because of how it's an in-between of garlic and onions. Like, it's a little bit bitier, I guess, than an onion. Well, onions are like a little sweeter, they kind of have that weird oniony, but shallot is a little closer to garlic, so it has that coolness to it. And so when you eat it, it doesn't have that weirdness. But I also found that I don't like them cooked. I have a really weird thing about cooked vegetables. I really enjoy them a little bit raw. I think it's a texture problem for me. I don't really know. But shallots I can put in anything. Like, I put it in fried rice. I put it in pasta. I put it in anything because they saute so well with garlic that it adds a little bit sweetness to the garlicky flavor, but it does not have that really odd texture that regular onions have when you cook them. Like, if you saute down some onions, they become slimy and crunchy at the same time. And I really dislike that. But shallots don't. They retain that crunchiness, or like that stuff that like garlic has, but they never become slimy. And if you saute them down long enough, they kind of come a little bit mushy, and they lose the crunch. And so then it just becomes this kind of like little flavor thing, like a vessel of a little sweetness to it if you cook it down far enough. But I don't know. It's just, they're so good, and they're expensive, and it's so annoying. Like, I feel bad every time I buy a shallot, because like I'm looking at it and I'm like to me, one shallot is not expensive because I just use it for one meal and I'm done with it. And it's also because I just don't use onions in general, so I don't feel like it's a waste for me to buy a shallot because I know I'm going to eat it. But an onion, you can buy like an onion and a half for a shallot, and that's like 4 or 5 times the amount of food for the same price. And it's crazy. Why is a shallot that much more expensive? So dumb. I don't know. That's just my little side tangent. So Oh, it's been a day of sitting on the couch and doing work again. And tomorrow I'm out of the house for a bit. And then I'm leaving, or Friday I get to relax because then Saturday I'm leaving back to school. I'm so I feel like I've tried to communicate this with my parents, but I have been working so hard for the past 2.5 months that I came home and all I wanted to do was absolutely nothing. And they're like, summer jobs, internships, profiles, you have to do your taxes. And I'm like, my God, like let me take a break. And like I've talked about how they don't understand the concept of a break and stuff like that. But I've been really trying to enjoy not doing anything, because when I go back, I'll have a lot of things. And I've been really, really trying to not do anything. So I'll probably study in the car. Or no, I won't study in the car. I'll study Friday. Saturday, I'll be driving. Then I'll study the entirety of Sunday. But yeah, it's tough. This is the first break that I really don't want to end. Like, I've been in other breaks where I'm like just kind of gone home, I've rested, and I go back. But this break, I'm just not ready to go back. I really just want everything to be over right now, which is very odd for me. And so, I don't know. I'm just going to finish the movie, play something on my laptop, and go to bed a little bit earlier than I'm used to, because I have to travel tomorrow, but we'll see.